Hi, I'm Jennifer Fox with MusicEducatorResources.com, and I'm glad you can join me for Music Teacher Tip number 12. So summer is approaching, and I thought I would share one of my summer win-wins with you. And I thought I'd first give you a little background story. So back in 2016, there was a teacher named Corrine Ehrenholt, and she was going on maternity leave. And she shared in a Facebook group that she was putting together these envelopes, and inside the envelopes were a practice assignment for her students, a theory week worksheet, a little prize or a musical joke, a quick note of what she wanted them to do, and she charged 50% of what she normally charged for her normal tuition. And this is something that they could work on while she was on maternity leave. Well, I was very inspired by that post because I thought, what a great idea that I can take a little spin off of it and do something that would be a win-win for my studio. So practice packets were born and inspired from that post. And what I did is she had done like printable packages for her students, and I wanted to do digital practice packets. So everything that I would be sending my students would be sent digitally, and I wouldn't have to worry about any printing. They can print at home. So what I did is that summer, I went ahead and introduced the option to do a summer practice packet. Now, when I first introduced it back in 2016, I introduced it as an extra add-on option that they could do in addition to the summer workshops that I have them participate during the summer. So in that particular year, they had the option to do Practice Makes Perfect workshop, which, by the way, is available in my store if you're interested in that one. I like to do that one every 2 to 3 years with my students. They had another option to do a rhythm workshop that I called Feel the Beat. And then option 3 was a summer practice packet. And they could do 2 out of the 3 options, so they can choose 2 workshops in a packet, or sorry, 2 workshops, or they can do one workshop in a packet, or they could do all 3 options at a discounted rate, 2 workshops and the packet. So it was a way to earn a little bit of extra income for me as well. The summer practice packets included 4 video lessons, 4 new sheet music to go along with those video lessons, of course. And I threw in some summer practice charts that they can use, as well as some printable activities that they can do over the summer as well. A printable activity could be a practice game, which I just a little plug again because it's one of my favorite resources, is in my store it's called Practice Games and Tools. And so you could look for that. I'll link to that in the description as well. Anyway, so that's what was included in the summer practice packet, and then they can take advantage of that. Now, I started that in 16, and we're in 2019, so this will be my 4th summer, actually, having the summer practice packet as an option. And for this summer, I just have one camp that they are doing. It's an 8-hour camp. So they have an option to do the camp session or a summer practice packet that will include 8 video lessons and music, etc. Or at a discounted rate, they can do both. So the best deal, of course, is to do both if they wanted to add both, but it's allowing me to make a little extra income over the summer as well. So this has worked out really well over the years. I highly recommend doing it. And so I thought I would just kind of explain how this works on the end of preparation end of it. So something that I shared several years ago is when I first introduced this, I had to create 19 packets, summer practice packets. But if I did that individually, that would take me forever to prepare 19 individual video lessons times 4 or times 8. So what I did is I would separate them into levels. So I ended up with 5 different levels. I did an early elementary packet level, so anybody who fell into that level would get that packet. An elementary level, late elementary, early intermediate to intermediate, and then advanced. So if I had 19 students that wanted a practice packet, I would send them the appropriate level packet. So then I ended up videotaping the lessons for those. So videotaping 5 categories, and then at the time it was 4 lessons per category. So that was 20 video lessons. Now the video lessons average 6 to 10 minutes, because you have to remember with video lessons, students only can last so long watching a video, so don't make them too long. 10 minutes absolute max, and that's usually for the more advanced students, is they're going to have that 10-minute mark, but don't go beyond that. They're going to lose interest. They're not going to watch the whole thing. Of course, there's the time to upload the videos to YouTube, and then I just shared the unlisted link. And then I just, of course, separated everything into folders, and so a parent would get a zip file that included the YouTube links, the unlisted links, the sheet music that went with it. I do studio licenses with all the sheet music that I use for my students, so that's covered. And then any other worksheets that I might give them, practice charts, practice activities, etc. And so the parents get a zip file for their practice packet. And it works really well. I just opened my registration for this summer, and I already have 3 that signed up for a summer practice packet. So it's definitely a win-win. Now, practice packets, of course, don't have to be just in the summer. If you have a student that needs to take a month off because they're leaving the country for whatever reason, or maybe they're in the middle of a move and it's just going to be crazy, or a soccer season is taking them like totally, there's no time to come to lessons, or they're in a musical and practices are every night for the next month, things like that. Practice packets are a win-win for that. It definitely provides value, and they don't have to stop learning during that time. It's totally self-paced, and so they watch it when they can, have the time to watch it, and they learn the piece, and then they go on to the next video, and so on. So it's definitely become a really big win in my studio, and I just highly recommend it. I'm always looking for those win-wins. So when you can find them, you hold on tight with them, and you do it every year. So again, it's just another option to help you, especially when you have students that want to quit during the summer, and it helps you not lose that income. So I hope that was a helpful tip for you, and happy teaching. Bye.